because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their gilt rings. Right, the bouncer's gilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Joe Pugh for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're here in London, the Strand, a very posh hotel. I think it's a bit too posh for me, but we're here. Chantelle, how are we?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. You enjoying the lifestyle now? Just I had a lovely meal with Maurizio Sullivan. It doesn't get much better than this for a Monday afternoon, does it?
It is lovely. It's so nice to be here. It's such a nice hotel as well, good company. So you can ask for a better Monday.
Before we get to yourself, just how proud of you for Jamie, your trainer, to get that WBC belt, the trainer's belt. It's becoming quite a prestigious belt. Maurizio done a speech about it, but it's good for your trainer to get recognition for the work he's done with yourself.
Yeah, I think I've defended the WBC belt a number of times now, and what a trainer Jamie is, and Nigel. I think he'll be fuming because he ain't got his belt. They'll have to share it. But yeah, Jamie deserves it. The work he puts in, not just to me, but to all the lads in the gym. The gym's flying, and it's nice to see him getting the recognition. And WBC, it's such a big belt as well. It's probably one of my favourite belts. So it's nice to have Jamie having the trainer's belt.
It certainly is flying, and you're at the forefront of that. Kind of 2-3 weeks removed from the big night in Dublin. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel really good. Just busy at the moment, not getting a minute to chill out. I want to go on holiday, but I'm just non-stop, so I'm hoping to get away before I go back into camp.
You mentioned camp there.
Yeah.
Has there been any discussion so far of when and if a rematch will take place?
No, I've not really heard anything yet. I've seen something on social media that so the rematch clause is in Katie's favour, and I think Katie's saying about November, but I've not heard anything yet. So until I hear anything, then it's all up in the air at the minute. But I think I'll start going back into camp in the next week or two, just in case Katie tries to bring it on me last minute.
After the fight, a lot was spoken about whether it should take place in Manchester, whether you should go back to Dublin, but as you say, it is in Katie's favour. But what was it like, from your point of view, to go into the Lions Den, as it were, and defeat the champion?
I learned a lot about myself, and to be honest, I think sounds a bit cringy, but I'm quite proud of myself as well, because I've done something that I didn't think I had in me. I think I'm quite a shy person, and I don't like talking, I don't like standing up in front of a room and speaking. And the fact that I went into such a hostile crowd, and Katie Taylor's homecoming, and was having boos against me, everything was against me, and I stood to my ground and poker faced it and got the job done. I think probably the proudest moment of my life, just as a person, because I really did come up against it and showed something that I didn't think I had in me.
We were talking about it around the table earlier on, and what was it like when you was landing the punches? Kind of, it was dead silent, but as soon as Katie landed, even if it was just a jab, the crowd would go mental. Psychologically, that must have been difficult to deal with.
Yeah, I think that's what it is with this fight. It wasn't the toughest fight of my career, but mentally it was definitely the toughest, because everyone was going against me, and I remember I was starting to lose a bit of heart, because I was thinking, I don't stand the chance here, because if the judges are going to be swayed by the noise and swayed by the reaction of when Katie threw a bunch of punches compared to when I threw a bunch of punches, I thought, I'm not going to get this decision. So it was very mentally tough, but I just had to keep going and just wish for the best.
And when the scorecards were read out, I know it's all too familiar with your stable after what happened with Jack Catterall, very controversial. Was there any doubt in your mind?
100%. I thought, nah. I was like, oh, I've not got this. As soon as I heard the first scorecard as a draw, I thought, yeah, that's it, and I'm getting my first loss here. And it was quite a bitter pill to swallow. Until then, when I was announced as I'm still, and I thought, oh, thank God for that. Like, the boxing gods were fair and the right decision was made, but that was a horrible 2 seconds it must have been. I was thinking, oh, fuck it.
But were you confident that you had done enough after the final bell?
Yeah, I think the only thing was the crowd. I think could have been so easy swayed to go against me because of the crowd, but performance-wise, I thought I'd done enough here. I think I was dominating. I was controlling the fight from round 1 to 10.
In hindsight, obviously we know it was undisputed versus undisputed. but the whole week was built around Katie Taylor, Conor McGregor pushing her. It was this big homecoming. Do you feel like you were overlooked a bit?
Yeah, definitely. But it was like adding fuel to the fire. So I think, do you know what? It done me a favour because it was really starting to get on my nerves, and I was thinking, I'm definitely ruining this homecoming, and if I don't, I'm going to be so disappointed in myself. So I was thinking, I'm going to spoil this party, and the way that I was treated that week, I was just going to kind of like be putting my finger up to everyone, thinking, look, you was backing the wrong girl. So yeah, it just is what it is. And at the end of the day, Katie Taylor is a legend, and what she's done for boxing is unbelievable. But it was like I was just there to turn up and take part, but I weren't. I was there to take over, and that's what I did.
The fact that you did take Katie, though, you took everyone. No one can take away how much of a legend she is in this sport. But does that make her more dangerous in the rematch? She's got a point to prove now against you.
She's got a point to prove, but so have I. So that's what I mean. My mindset's different. Like, she's come up against it now as I didn't show no respect. I respect her massively outside the ring, like hugely. I think what a role model she is. But when we're in that ring, I'm different. A switch goes off, and I don't respect anyone. It's me and another person in there. There's 2 arms, 2 legs. That's all that's going through my mind. So she is going to be more dangerous in the rematch because she took that O. But I'm just going to be even more of a danger because I know that she's come to take my O, and I've already took hers. So as much as work she puts in, I'll be putting in double.
Last one. Have you got a message to Katie about the rematch?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I didn't expect anything else, to be honest. Chantelle, thank you very much for speaking to IFL TV, and hopefully you do get that holiday before you step back in camp.
Thank you.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,